Salmon Curling Club for the 2024 BC U21 Men's Curling Championship. Steve Fabro here with Ken Whitehead, and we are going to be viewing the Team Beck, who are at 2-0, versus Team Mckenzie, 2-1. Ken, what do you think we're going to see tonight in the game?
Well, I think these kids got the drawaways under control, so we're going to see lots of rocks in play.
Yeah, last night they appeared to be very aggressive.
There's no reason why we
And
should.
lots and lots of rocks.
It's stupid not to. So the only things we have to figure out now is the logistics around it because we registered.
So that's lead Harrison Renew throwing up the corner guard. And now Taj Mckenzie's calling for a guard in front of the rock they've got situated in the back 12. The Mckenzie rink, throwing the red stones, has Taj Mckenzie at skip. He throws third stones. Nolan Blazer at third. He throws skip stones. Felix Lau at second. And Cohen Hampshire at lead. And Cohen's rock is on the way. Ken, what are you getting for draw time so far on the ice?
That was 14 seconds, so right to the front page.
And that's top 8, 14 seconds. So it's running pretty quickly already in the first end.
Probably about 4.5 feet draw or curl so far.
And for Team Beck, we've got Alex Duncan Wu at skip, Caden Beck at third, Nolan Beck at second, and Harrison Renew at lead. And Harrison has just delivered his rock. Looks like they're trying to remove that red stone at the top.
They're trying to double on the back.
Okay.
Jam straight back.
And he's jammed it. Red still sitting shot at the back of the 4. And Taj is called for a hit on the top blue stone. And this is Felix Lau in the hack.
Almost quite the curl he was looking for there.
Yeah, I know. The ice has been moving a fair bit, but that one, would you say it was the weight or the ice there, Ken?
He got it just a bit outside.
Okay.
Come around. Top 12 is what you're hoping for.
So Nolan Stone's on the way, looking to go in behind the corner guard. How deep would they want this, Ken?
I think they probably want it just biting into it. Right on the tee line.
Right on the tee line, full 8. Totally buried, and Taj just called for a rock right on top of that one.
And freeze.
Felix Lau's going to try to freeze one in here. Looked like they took an awful lot of ice on this, but the rock seems to be moving.
So like about 6 feet. Still 14 seconds, so looks like it's going to hold up for the whole game. Boy, that was good solid 6 feet of ice.
So lots of curl on the ice early on here. Now Alex Duncan Wu has called for another rock in behind. And here's Nolan Beck second.
Building the pile behind that big long guard.
So, and then Zach Davies is coming in like W19. So Zach Davies won national last year. Skipped junior championship. Johnson skips the senior team. So John Davies is moving up next year. And that
He did Earl out of that one. He thought he would.
so that's when he goes over.
So getting a lot of movement from that guard on in. Holy cow.
It's got a nice pocket to land in here.
So Nolan Blazers holding the broom now, and Taj Mckenzie, who skips this Mckenzie team but throws third stones, is getting ready to deliver his rock, looking to cozy it up to the 2 blue Beck stones.
Ice they're giving them, Steve, is the middle of the 8 on the one side to the middle of the 8 on the other side.
And look at this rock go.
Still not breaking it if you wanted it to. Overestimated a bit.
I might have thrown. Would that be a little too much weight? Yeah, that's what appeared. Went right out the back.
Yeah, this is a pretty big competition for the 2 teams here.
Yes, the Mckenzie team is 2-1, and Beck is 2-0 so far. Here's Nolan Beck.
Some of these kids, Steve, played together last year, so it's fun to see.
Yeah, and the other than Alex Duncan Wu, Caden Nolan Harrison, along with Ethan Chu from Port Moody, won the BC Under-18 Championships in Victoria earlier this year. The sweepers are really working this one.
It's okay to leave this one high.
They've settled it in behind the guard, covering off pretty much most of the blue rocks. And Nolan Blazers called for another one from Taj. He's looking for it to go in behind the tight guard and back to the one on the almost in the forefront.
I mean, that was colder.
Are these called? Coleman's always just had this scruff, which is fun.
It's got better weight this time.
The sweepers are working this rock, and it's bending a lot.
It's all
A little bit short on that one. Now, what does Team Beck do here, Ken? Where are you going to put this rock?
I think you almost have to hit that one. That's you got to remove it and roll.
And it looks like he's called for the draw, going in again.
This Team Mckenzie still has one on the back edge of the 4. Yeah,
Yeah, Beck is shot, but it's really tight.
So this card takes away the freeze for the Mckenzie team.
So Team Beck is first, third, and fourth, but the shot rock or the second shot rock belongs to Team Mckenzie.
He's saving that one on the outside for his last stone.
Taj is.
Out on the edge of the 12 there.
So here's Nolan Blazer's first shot. He's throwing skip stones for Team Mckenzie.
Tough place to hide in there now with that guard. Take back.
The sweepers have backed right away. This one might be a little firm as well. Beck sweeping that again. Another one just a little too heavy for Team Mckenzie. Now it looks like Team Beck's going to go after that second shot stone.
Well, this doesn't hurt him. It just forces him to draw on the last one. Almost want to lose the shooter here, though.
Would you want to roll over to our left to get it out of the way?
Or hide it.
Or hide it?
You just don't want to sit right there.
Certainly. And Duncan Wu's rock is on the way.
Looks like he doesn't care if he loses it. They're playing to lose it.
And it's out of the rings.
Doesn't hurt him.
So Team Beck's now lying 3 behind cover.
Mackenzie's got a cold draw for 1.
No, Beck has last shot. He's playing the in off there.
Yeah, the off the red.
Well, they haven't been out here yet. Do they know this ice?
They did. They threw it in practice here, so they have a pretty good feel for it.
This is Nolan Blazer. He's throwing skip stones for Team Mckenzie. It's from Vernon. 18 years old, 6 years of curling.
Well, they can't make up their mind here. Here it goes.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Oh, and it just snuck through that hole. That was very unlucky.
Needed to curl another.
Now Team Beck has an open draw for 4. That was unfortunate for Team Mckenzie. That rock looked good most of the way down.
That's a tough spot.
Shannon coming to watch?
When she gets off,
Okay, well, you can have her. She can have this chair.
she might sit on.
Oh,
She doesn't get off till 6:15.
oh, it's fine. Yeah.
And Alex Duncan Wu's rocks on the way.
Well, that's a 10 end game.
Basically anything in the 8 foot
So she,
gives him 4.
Yep, he gets in the 8 foot, and it'll be a score of 4 for Team Beck.
Such a beautiful.
Sweepers seem to like
Good
the
luck.
weight,
Thank you. Cool.
and that's the first end finish. That's 4-0 Team Beck over Team Mckenzie.
That's an unfortunate start for Mckenzie.
Really was. I didn't think he could get through that hole at the back, but unfortunately he did. Now, Ken, if you're Team Mckenzie, what do you do now?
Need rocks in play.
Right, you're not going to
More
be
rocks in
hitting.
play.
Okay. Both teams are conversing with their coaches.
2 rocks that were dinking through. Mckenzie.
Yes. So here we are starting off the second end. And throwing lead stones for Team Beck is Harrison Perenniu.
You just got to start this as a new game now. Don't look back.
Yeah, there's a lot of ends left. It's a 10-end game. So Harrison Perenyu, he's from Coquitlam, 17 years of age, and he's been curling for 10 years.
So, it seemed a little bit easier, but like, it didn't have as much struggle with us.
Yeah, that was like
Did he call for this one in the rings?
Nope. Called for a tie.
same thing as Julie medals for gold and silver, or gold and bronze again. Not that's an excuse, but at least you know if you lost to 2 medalists, right?
Into the full guard. Split the center line. 5 feet outside the house.
Taj Mckenzie calls for a corner guard right away from Cohen, Hampshire.
The only way you capitalize is now at 4.
So what would our draws be running now? Can we get a time on one of these.
The guards were 15, so
I'm not sure if those are even single. Oh, no, it's not.
He said,
Weight looks pretty good for a corner guard.
that's why I called you, Ryan.
What is single?
I said, do you want, you said, yep, and I just thought you meant your regular.
16 seconds for a guard like that.
it's pretty quick.
And Duncan's calling for Harrison to put one into the house. He's got the broom in the middle of the 12.
So,
That's okay.
so is it?
They have about 5.5.
Okay, apparently there's 2 drinks and apparently there's 50 for beer? What? What's going on here? She's like, well, no, isn't that yours? He's like, I don't know.
Sweepers are working this one already.
So then I asked her, do you know what it is? She's like, oh, I think it's a little tight. I said, oh yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, the sweepers have left it. They're just going to leave it out front for another guard.
Yeah. So I think what happened was I asked you and you said, yeah, to something else,
I
and
was
I
probably
thought it was
talking
me.
It's all good. It's a good thing I'll drink it. Because right now the boys are playing.
Now Taj Mckenzie's going to use that corner guard that they put up.
They came up with wins. For the stick contest.
And Corn Hampshire's Rock is on the way.
Based on the rock for this stick contest. So they're switching back and forth. It's crazy, eh? Can you imagine if you one rock? Saving graces, you got yellow and red. Those are
Deeper than they want.
He probably wanted this in front of the tee line.
In front of the tee line, inside 12. Oh, they're going back.
It's gone back. Oh, looks to be pretty much buried in behind there. And Nolan Beck's attempting to come in behind the 2 center guards. Sweepers are working this rock.
Am I moving this stuff?
Looks like they're just going to leave it high, so they'll have 3 center guards.
Just coming up a little short with their weight.
Okay, this has no back, right? It's exposed. Unless you put the cloth. Well, you could hang the cloth.
He's playing it. We gotta get
All decorations are behind here. Oh, no.
And here's Felix Lau.
If you have a little here,
Taj is trying to put a second one in behind his corner guard here.
Just got a little bit tight out of his hand.
It's going to be very close to the guard.
oh yeah, we'll have it next to it.
He's making it.
Ooh, very good sweeping. Oh, unfortunate they got a rub out front.
Just a little bit tight.
Last season, just before the season
So Alex is calling, looks like he's calling for a normal weight hit here
Hoping for it to get the back one.
from Nolan Beck. Is he trying to take the back one off as well?
He's trying to clear the house.
You can still get it.
It's kind of like
Your slide rate is worse because you gotta get over it.
Even if he gets it right on hills, it still helps.
It's
gonna roll out.
Yep, and he rolls away. And Taj Mckenzie right away calls for another rock in behind that corner guard.
I sure need to get this going.
Appears Taj took a little more ice on this one, so maybe it was the ice on the first rock. Sweepers haven't touched this rock yet.
Was a little better this time.
Sweepers are still staying back, haven't put a brush to this rock since it left his hand. And here comes Duncan. He's going to see if he can't remove this. And it's right through the house. It's a little bit heavy.
These guys go right off to the jugular. Let's put one right on the front four.
They're playing extremely aggressive, Team Beck.
But I was watching a game. I couldn't hear anything.
That's awesome.
Sweepers appear to like it. And we'll see if this rock finishes once it gets across the hog line.
So unless they're telling you the score, you don't know the scores at any given time.
We can always
What
check on
terrific way.
Yeah.
That's always such a
Right in the top four. Very nice shot by Caden Beck. Northern Blazers calling for a freeze to that rock on the top of the button.
All the same line, right?
And Taj McKenzie's getting ready to deliver the rock.
Corner. It's easier. It's going to be their hit, right? Promote, get rid of the blue.
We have to use better side.
But also that black stuff came off, so.
What do you see here, Steve? You got to generate at least 2 points here.
Yeah, they really want to score a deuce here. They don't want a single game down 4. And it looks like Taj may be a little bit light with this one. And he's set one up right on the center line. And Duncan's calling for another rock right in where Caden has thrown the first one, trying to get 2 into the rings behind cover. Sweepers are working this one right away. Lots of room by the guards.
I'm like, hey, it's not fun. And then Caden's like, stop flirting. Oh my god, we're gonna love.
Unfortunate. Just not enough weight there on Caden's shot. Now we'll see what Taj wants to do now.
They do have a string of 4 guards in front of that one stone, though.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get at. Sticking with the intern here.
Steven, I don't know why they don't go to the outside. We've seen it twice with the other team.
So why would you do that? Save that and come around.
And we saw with Caden's rock there that it will curl once it gets past that second high guard.
They haven't really figured out all of that.
Left side.
Yeah, we're perfectly lined up. Like now it's perfect.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
So it's over curling again.
And it looks like Taj may be on the guard again. Yes, he is. That is unfortunate. And that pretty much closes that side of the house off. And Alex is taking just inside the edge of the 12-foot, trying to draw it into the top 8, in behind the cover.
And anything open on this side, even as long as it stays out of the 12-foot.
Right. He wants this high, does he, Ken?
Yeah.
No, he wants to go to the 8-foot, but he wants to be buried. If he isn't going to bury it, he'll be better off having it out of the 12-foot.
Okay. At the top of that.
At the top.
When you're there, you take them because you're good at it.
Yeah.
I've seen this shot 3 times already, so.
Alex just communicating with the sweepers, maybe talking about what weight he wants to see here. And Alex's rock is on the way.
Looks like it's got enough weight, that's for sure.
The sweepers haven't really touched it. They're just cleaning it. The weight's starting to come off a little now. This is going to be deep.
14.
Boy, this isn't exactly where they wanted it. They're sitting on beside the rock that's on the button.
So given that they're staggered, Ken, and the second shot rock is behind, does that really hurt?
It helps Mckenzie.
Okay.
You need to throw like back forward.
If he wanted to throw it, it
And
helps
just
us
curl
right
out
now.
as soon as you get to that second round.
any
Right, just put it down, just put it in the pocket, and then give up your one. But then
Put it
there's
in
no
the
way we're
pocket
getting two
and
because
then-
Alex will so fast.
Yeah.
trying to freeze the pot again, Steve.
No, but we
Yeah,
have
so
hammer.
this
Oh,
is
shit.
Nolan Blazer's first
I'm
stone.
thinking of the wrong closer.
Team Mckenzie in a little bit of trouble here again this time.
We do need this one.
Trying to get this rock around those guards and just move that rock back off the button.
I have to
Or
wait
even
for
just freeze it. He still has one more.
Right.
Just start to cut on him.
Ooh, this rock really moves when it starts to go.
Go, 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 go. It's a 14. Keep going. Keep going.
That's not the results they were looking for.
They seem to have trouble finding that spot. Team Mckenzie. Team Beck still lying too. It looks like
Well, the corner's the one that was just throwing. I don't see there's much chance for Team Mckenzie to get in.
Always
Right there.
Team done.
Yeah.
Corner of the edge of the it's going on by 1 foot or stay high.
Well, yeah, I guess that.
so. They're looking to block off the path to the button.
And they're looking to take as much of the raise away as they can.
I understand. Okay. So Caden's got the broom in the middle of the 12 foot, and Alex is going to try to either block that hole or freeze the red one. Is that what you're calling?
No, he's staying high guard.
Okay. Just the high guard is all they want to block off the path to
They
the
want to
button.
stay half the red stone. That's sitting on the outside 12 there.
Nice.
Alex is staying.
Nice. I'll really see you later.
And Alex may be coming in here a little deeper than they wanted.
Well,
Oh, that's a pretty good shot.
yeah, pretty hard to read those.
I don't know how Team Mackenzie's going to score here, Ken.
The thing they have, Steve, is this outside raise and get the edge of the corner of the button.
And that's exactly what Nolan Blazer's looking at right now with
You
Tosh
almost have to go
McKenzie.
one more rock over, yeah. Better angle.
Okay. So the only shot Mackenzie's got here is he's going to try to run that red into the pile and remove those two blues.
And he's literally raising it 15 feet at a 45-degree angle to get in.
It's an extremely difficult shot.
Beck's got 2 on the button. These are the shots that you make and you always remember.
Yes. They're going to run it in. Oh, what a shot. What a shot by Nolan Blazer.
Exactly what
I don't-
results that they were looking for, but they got the point.
I don't think that was the shot they called, but it worked out. So that's 1 for Team Mckenzie. So after 2 ends here in Salmon Arm, it is Team Beck 4, Team Mckenzie 1, and we're going to be heading on to the 3rd end now.
Steve, you got to be lucky to be good.
That was a terrific shot. Now, Ken, on that end, they didn't even look at the rock on the other side, the red rock. Was that still the shot, or was that one?
That was the only shot to score. The one on the other side it would come in at the same angle, but it would jam onto the one on the front of the pin.
Okay. So
So
that was
one,
the shot.
could get second shot, but you couldn't score.
Right.
So the only way to score was off the one on the right hand side.
So Team Mackenzie's all smiles, heading down here for the 3rd end.
Well, now we're running into a 4-1 score. Beck's got the hammer.
So another game's out here tonight on Sheet C. We've got Team Fenton leading Team Reynolds 6-0 after 2 ends. And Team Tomlinson leading Team Wilson 2-0 after 1 end. They're still finishing up the second end over there. Can't really see.
Looks like it's only the one rock on the back. There's two little biters on the front and one on the back.
Team Tomlinson appears to be sitting shot over there, but we can't really see much from here. So our third end is underway, and Cone Hampshire's delivered his first stone, and they've called for a center guard, and this looks very good.
That's a great center line guard. Didn't cover the full center line, but now they got something to start with. Pretty competitive boys. He's looking to check and see if it's touching the center line, whether or not he can remove it or chip it.
And it's hard to tell from our vantage point, but they're going around it. It looks like
It's touching.
Okay.
If it's touching, can you remove it as long as it's
So
not
if
touching?
a rock is touching the center line, you're not allowed to remove it. Your stone gets removed. If a stone is not touching the center line, then you can chip it across within the free guard zone.
And Harrison Renew has made a great shot here, going around that tight guard and putting it in the top 4 foot behind cover.
They just keep saying, let's get right after it.
These two teams are being extremely aggressive.
These two teams seem to like lots of rocks in play.
They certainly do so far.
Hoping for a freeze here on one they just threw onto the 4 foot.
There's lots of movement from the hog line in.
Let's not come across one. Here it comes.
It looks like a fairly good shot here. Yeah, you rub the blue on it a little. It's maybe you can see half a rock for Team Beck here. We'll see what Alex wants to do. It's called for a wall weight hit on this red stone, I believe.
What is it? Just a little bit of a down normal.
Yeah.
It's kind of curly.
Sweepers are working this. Are they going to get it by the guard?
By.
Oh, he's made a terrific shot.
It just touched the guard. Just didn't straighten it out hardly at all.
So Team Beck line 2 in behind that center guard. And Taj Mckenzie going right after him, going to throw his rock and try to freeze into those two blues.
It's okay if he moves it back a foot too.
Taj wants to keep rocks in play and try to score some points. Being down 4-1.
Sweepers are working hard here on this one. Just come up short.
I'm not sure that's exactly what they wanted. Another guard right out in front.
Well, the only good thing
But
about
they are
that's
lined up.
Yeah, and they're center line guards. They're long enough to still come around them.
And Alex has called for
He's coming back
Nolan?
on. He's filling the pile.
to put one right in the top 8 in front of those other two blues.
That's just so much curl in that Steve.
It's just warping in there now. It didn't curl as much as I thought it would,
No.
but he's corner frozen to the
Well, this gives
rocks.
this gives Team Mckenzie a pretty good shot at a double hit and to roll over and hit. Basically, right on the nose gives him the perfect shot. Oh, they're not playing it.
Looks like Taj is.
He's coming in.
He's
for
called for
freezing
the
pot.
intern draw to freeze in front of those rocks.
I think he's got to start.
Now,
moving
Ken, is he
rocks
going to
around.
want to bump this back a little bit or just freeze?
I think he has to start moving the rocks back behind the team line a little bit.
Because otherwise it'll be extremely difficult for Team Mckenzie to score. And this rock is moving hard. The sweepers are really working to get it by. Oh, they have, very unlucky. They swept that really hard and almost got it by. Now let's see what...
Going right back at it. Let's just load it up.
Boy, Alex is not taking his foot off the gas here. He is going right after them.
I'm with an intern this time, though. Doesn't hurt to come right onto the pot. They want to go front 12.
Yep.
Guard this lane.
The way the guards are situated, it may be hard to remove both those blues on our right as we look down his sheet. So he's going
Guards
to
are
guard this.
lined right up for Mckenzie, though. You hammer them, and they're going to go right into that pot. Right?
That's right there, right together.
Just lined up perfectly for him. And on this stone, it might be a good opportunity to hit it.
So
things
right
moving
where,
around.
Right where Alex called for it, top 12, and let's see what Nolan calls here.
He's calling it.
Yeah, they're going to run these back, as Ken has said here, and try to run it right into the pile.
I like this, Steve, because then he gets, if he makes this, then the double is gone. Red's still sitting in on second and third.
Taj getting ready to throw in. Okay. He's throwing a fair bit of weight on this. And he's got it right on the nose. Oh, a great shot. Oh, unlucky.
Boy, I don't know how that missed, how that rolled off. From here, they look so lined up. There must have been a little gap between them.
Now Alex is calling for a guard full in that hole. Team Beck still lying 2 in the 4th hole.
Nice thing about what happened is they split up the guards, and now they can use them later.
Right. Is that red rock on our left at the end of the 4th hole been used to him, Ken?
Yeah, I asked for to take a lunch at
I think it's too far deep. You could do a come off, but it's in third shot right now.
I see.
She's in the middle, they're watching.
I think you'd play that.
This rock is curling a lot. It looks like he's right on the red stone in the
Oh,
front.
it's over curling.
Yep. Which makes that shot on the button available to Team Mckenzie here.
Well, if there's ever any time they needed a shot, it'd be right now.
So if he catches the outside of that blue stone, he could move them both and sit 2 after this shot.
You know, he just doesn't want to overthrow this.
He's just drawing down to it.
A heavy draw.
That's a lot of ice.
He's just hoping to move it back to the back first.
Okay.
I know. I saw that.
It's got a lot of curling to do.
Oh, it's not going to go well.
Oh my.
Now plan B. And I thought they'd play this shot later on.
Team Beck still lying 2. But
Now they're
Mckenzie
guarded.
has some options here. We'll see what Alex wants to do here.
Beck still needs to guard up front. Take everything 4 foot away from him.
And that's exactly what Alex is calling. He's called for Caden Beck to throw a nice high guard. Caden's rocks on the way. Sweepers seem to like it so far. They're staying close, but they haven't laid a brush to it yet.
Just don't want to line it to the red.
And he's throwing a nice high guard. Halfway.
Steve had finished up line right up for Mckenzie.
Yeah, he can run that red one into the pile now if he gets the blue one on the
We're
nose.
hoping for to keep it another 2 rocks to the right.
Oh, your boys. Yeah, there you go. I saw one.
So Mckenzie has a double tap. We got to use the blue.
There's a fair bit of distance between those rocks. This is not an easy shot.
They were here.
What he's calling. Yes. Taj hadn't put it down yet.
Red onto blue.
What kind of weight do you think he'll throw here?
I think he's going to throw like just a little bit more than that.
Okay.
Not going to overthrow this.
And he needs that blue rock right on the nose.
He needs to save every rock here. He doesn't want anything leaving the ring. He wants everything to play right now.
And the one on the right captured 2 teams.
They're sweeping.
The 2 boys don't want those 2.
Just curl enough.
Oh, a little bit more curl. Just got a little bit unlucky there.
Misread the break just by a whisker.
They're older. The other kids
So now Team Beck's looking at what they want to do.
so that's much
Boy, Team Mackenzie's got a lot of red rocks in play now.
Yes, they do.
just so lucky. So Caden can skip here.
Looks like Alex is just going to guard here.
So
Caden's got the
this guy
broom
coming right now,
just about the edge of the 12 foot. Maybe a brush width inside.
he wasn't like
No.
in
Team Beck skipper's loving this. He's only thrown guards so far.
Yeah, as a skip, you have to like that.
Doesn't want to miss any more schooling.
I get it, right? It's a lot, right? Full university, so
Well, this one is.
And once again, third end in a row here, Ken, that we've had a ton of rocks in play.
Yes.
what?
I don't know if ours particularly like the colors either.
So Harrison's just keeping the rock
This is
clean.
curling too. This is over curling on him.
Oh my.
He's going to get a little rub that's going to help him out. There it is. A little rub off the guard. It's drained it out for him.
Now let's see what
They have a nice setup here.
Nolan and Taj decide to do here.
Jesus, or they're here once. Going to school.
Pretty sure they're going to run this red one up on the right side.
Yes, that's certainly what it looks like. He just almost made that last end, or last shot.
Boy, it's just a mystery where to put the broom here. You can't overthrow this.
Yeah, we're up
You
right
want to throw a back line weight at it.
and we're in a position to tell you what happens here. We're right now scoring 2 more. Yeah, you see that? We're the
Coach called the time.
Oh,
Has Dale had to
So they're taking one of their coaches' interactions here.
How many coaches interactions do we got, guys?
I believe they get 2 in the first 5 ends, there's 2 in the second 5 ends, and if there's an extra end, I believe they get 1.
okay. I don't know exactly. Yeah.
Is he just drawing?
And then where's the
I don't know in previous games you mentioned, but the coaches are on the ice for the entire game. They interact with the players for the entire game. I love to have conversations with them.
Between.
Yeah, and during an end, they can do a coach's interaction twice in the first 5 ends, and twice in the second. So he looks like he's going around that guard.
For a cool draw, it surprises me why I was didn't tap that out.
That's like Carlos watching ball
I
from
don't know about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so Team Beck still lying too. And this is the last stone.
Draw for 3. Or a hit for 3.
So what's he playing there?
Is he just going to throw like a halfway hit here?
Really, as long as he keeps the shooter right where it is. Rolls half a rock to the
He's just
center
got
line.
it. Because the third shot is the red rock of Mckenzie's on our left on the wall side of the sheet. So he'd have to roll a little bit in to get shot, to get third shot.
Not sure why he didn't play the raise on one off center there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was a little puzzled when he threw the draw.
I didn't think the draw was there. I didn't come around it.
And Harrison's working this rock, trying to keep it straight. It's starting to bend.
Tight.
Oh, he's going to rub the front one.
Just a tackle.
Right.
And again, I don't know why you don't play just a light hit on the one.
So
Remove
there's
it, score.
2 for Team Beck. That makes it 6-1 after 3 ends. And now it's time for the fourth end. Updates from the other sheets. On sheet C, Fenton's now up 6-1 on Team Reynolds.
No boys.
And playing the third end on sheet D, Tomlinson is up 3-0.
No, it's not. Ottawa was better.
I don't see the name over there.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, Fort Mac. He had a bunch.
Can you see the name over there, Ken, on sheet D?
Like,
Wilson. Okay, so they're up. Team Tomlinson is up 3-0. So Team Beck, Team Mckenzie, conferring with their coaches. And here they come for the start of the fourth end.
At a 5-point deficit.
Yeah,
Playing with rocks in play if you're Team Mckenzie. That put everything right in the rings now.
Yeah, they don't want to put anything out front that Team Mckenzie can use.
They're only in the fourth end with 6 to go. But
Yeah, it looks like this is a guard. That's a surprise.
it's a surprise.
But as we've seen, all of the championships so far, Team Beck, coached by Dale Hoffer of Vernon, plays extremely aggressively. They go right after their opponents from the very first start.
And a lot of people don't think that long guard like that's aggressive, but it gives you lots of opportunity later on to hide rocks.
Yep. And Taj Mckenzie comes right back with the corner guard as he did in the second end. And Felix and Nolan working this rock, trying to get it in as close to the house as they can.
Lots of strength in that sweep.
Yeah, these guys can really move the rock.
Just overcurled on him again, Steve.
Yeah, they seem to have a little bit of trouble. I thought they took lots of ice. Duncan's called for Harrison to draw one in behind the center guard into the top 8 foot. We'll see how he does.
I don't know if you noticed yet, but Team Beck seems to put a little more rotation on the rocks, whereas allow them to run a little straighter. Whereas Team Mckenzie hasn't quite got the rotation going.
Yes, no, I hadn't noticed, but certainly Harrison's throwing far more rotation than going through there. But what a rock, right to the front edge of the button. Fantastic shot. Taj Mckenzie coming right back with a very high corner guard. He's got the broom middle of the 4 foot. We'll see how much this curls. Let's take a watch at the rotation that Cohen puts on this round.
Okay.
There's Ryan Cowan from here on that team.
Seems to have a fair bit of rotation on this one.
Another boy from Vernon.
But they are working this.
And then 2 of them, I think, are from Prince George.
Oh, wow.
And the 2 from Prince George, I think we've seen them
So that's three rotations. So if in club curling, it's 3 to 5 rotations is pretty normal. But with these stones and Pro BC stones, you have to put a positive rotation of 7 to 8 rotations on the way down.
Okay, so let's take a look at Nolan's rock here and
And
see
the
what
slower
happens
the
with it.
rotation, the rock will actually lose the curl.
Okay. Nolan looks like he's got another dandy here. Coming right into the top 4.
That's a solid 5 rotations.
5 full rotations, and he's just in the top 8. Taj not going away from his strategy. He's going to try to put one around.
Well, you don't want to curl too much over, then everybody can see too much of it.
Or is he going to play the hit?
Portion of it anyways.
It's so good to see them smiling up there.
Yes.
Well, if you really want to play the head, Steve, I think you try coming in and corner freezing, or you corner freeze the one on the button.
It's hard for us to tell here what Taj is. He hasn't really made his call yet.
That just looked like a hack weight hit, but
He did, yes, he did.
doesn't look like he's playing that now. He's playing the freeze.
He's got 3/4 of the 12-foot here,
Never watched it.
and he's got Felix. He's called Felix for looks like a freeze.
We as kids, my uncle got us.
Yeah. Oh, really?
All the fun skills.
And you were right, Ken. Far less rotation on the Mckenzie stones.
He'd have us out there.
That's something maybe their coach wants to point out to them. But it's really hard to learn that extra rotation.
Wow, that curled a ton. His weight looked very, very good. It just curled a lot.
Which is how it's fun, you know.
Yeah.
And,
This Mckenzie team's coached by Ed Holland from White Rock. He curls out of the Peace Arch rink. Now it looks like Duncan's called Nolan to throw a guard, blocking that hole. And this is
Maybe a little higher.
Nolan's out turn as he's left-handed.
That's my mom
And a real positive rotation on the rock, as Ken's pointed out to us earlier.
I prefer to watch it.
But he appears to have thrown a fair bit of weight here.
A little rub is good for him too.
Makes that hole a little smaller.
Now he's got one chance to get in there now. He almost has to throw that lightweight hit. So he's throwing bumper at this. Oh, he just up to the bed.
So that rock appears to be about half open.
He's throwing like a 4.
Felix has got the rock on the way.
Really good.
Oh, if this gets by these guards, it is terrific. Oh no, unlucky.
I think he just got his weight up more than what he wanted there.
Ooh, and that does not end up well for Team Mckenzie.
He had it as bumper and he probably threw up the wall.
Okay, Nolan Beck.
Boy, they just keep putting nails in the coffin here.
Oh, they are piling on him. As we said, Coach Hoffer has been extremely aggressive in everything I've seen them play this year, and nothing's changed tonight. He's asked Caden to throw one right into the top 8 foot here. And Nolan and Harrison working this stone already. It's starting to bend. They're really going to have to go if they're going to get this to the house. And nope, they're just going to
Doesn't
start.
hurt him to stay high.
Maybe a little rub.
Oh, we need the rub. There it is.
Straightened it up and took more of that 4 foot away from Team Mckenzie now. Ken, do you start moving those rocks off the front now?
You can start using them. Don't want to remove them. They still have the same draw that Team Beck just played if they want to play it. throw that out turn draw.
I see.
I mean, now's a really good time to throw that out turn draw. I think it'll cut in there.
But they're going to run some rocks off the
They're
front
gonna
here.
run blues off. So the long blue guard into the two blue into the rings.
Can he remove them both with this shot?
I think so. You're gonna keep one of them probably. I'll do the one that raise in. Oh, got wide. Got wide. He's moving rocks, though, Steve.
That changes the look for sure. And removed 3 red rocks. But now Team Beck lying 3. And right away Duncan calls for a guard from Caden Beck.
I haven't even heard him if he comes in and freezes in there.
I think they ran out of rocks in the 10th inning, so they didn't actually finish their
Yeah.
reason.
The sweepers like it so far. Haven't laid a brush to it. I'm trying to put it right where Duncan's broom is, and it looks pretty close. I'm just cleaning it.
Starting to over curl again, Steve.
These rocks curl so much, it's very hard to throw a good guard.
We've got no chance. Guys. So I don't really like what he's calling.
What has he called?
He's pointing at the one on the outside 12 and going to play the slash on it. But I think we can come straight on to the one that's on the 8-foot and play double straight up. That's a tough shot, that slash like that.
Taj is coming back down to have a little chat with Nolan.
There he is. He's changing it to the other one.
Yeah, must have been listening to you, Ken. Looks like he's going to throw a bumper weight hit on that blue in the top of the 8.
No, he's still playing the slash.
No, he's playing the slash. You're right.
I don't like this. You could play a hack weight hit or back 8.
He's fired this one.
It's wide.
Oh, we got one of them.
Appreciate it. I should watch this better today.
Stick around, I do, no problem.
How many freshen years up?
I want to give a huge shout out here to all the volunteers helping out in the Salmon Arm. It takes a lot of people to put on an event like this, and the Salmon Arm Curling Center has done a great job.
And they just came and filled our water glasses.
And they just came and filled us up our water glasses. The ice makers have been tireless too since there was a junior bonspiel here on Saturday, and the ice makers came in and flooded on Sunday and started to prepare the ice, and it worked tirelessly. And as you can tell, it's in really good shape. The curlers seem to be really enjoying it.
And the ice has been so solid and holding up for the entire games.
Yeah, it's extremely consistent from the first end to the last. And here's Alex's rock on the way. He's looking for a guard to protect that rock on the button.
We're curling on them, Nancy.
Wow, does that rock ever move? So I believe that rock's available to Team Mckenzie.
Well, I don't know why he doesn't. Yeah, back 8. Get a little roll in behind the trap, behind the guards.
He's just calling for to bump it back.
He's just going to move it a couple feet.
An update over there from Sheet D after the third end. Team Tomlinson's up 3-0 on Team Wilson. Team Tomlinson appears to be playing well, and Team Fenton really 4-0, sorry. Team Fenton really taking it to Team Reynolds. It's 6-1 after 4. 8-1. Oh, 8-1 now.
Scored 2.
So it's 8-1 now for Team Fenton. Here's Blazers Rock on the way.
He's got a good looking shot here.
He's got to curl a little bit.
He's just not turning for him.
They are working it to try to get it to curl, but
It's not
no.
there.
You know, the ice is so weight sensitive.
Yeah.
On those draws, it is cutting across, and he upped his weight just a bit, and it didn't seem to move.
He really had the weight that he was trying to play. He just didn't have the ice he needed.
Yeah, with that weight, he just needs a little less ice.
Yeah. But this is aggressive. They think they got to get rid of that red one. I think you throw just a high guard right in that pocket between the.
Would you be content with a guard here? It looks like they've called for another. Yep, they've called for another coach's interaction. So Alex and Caden are conferring with their coach Dale Hoffer in terms of how do they want to play this. The Mckenzie Stone is second.
You're always going to leave a shot. So what shot do you want to leave the other team?
Because as you pointed out earlier, I think the outturn draw to the button is still available for Team Mckenzie because it will move around those guards. We've seen Team Beck do it twice.
Mckenzie seems resistant to the turn draws for some reason.
This is the bar money.
This is an aggressive shot. He's playing off his own to roll to the pin. Take that rock out of play for Mckenzie.
And Mckenzie has the last stone there, so he could potentially set up a double, could he not?
He's got to get right in between the red stone, the Mckenzie stone, and the Beck stone on this shot. If he goes anywhere else on this, and he can set up a double.
And as we've seen all evening, the Beck team just stays aggressive the entire game from the first stone in every end.
Aggressive shot.
And Alex Duncan moves shots on the way. And Harrison's working this rock. Is he going to get the roll, Ken?
No, it's on the nose. So he just made it a little bit easier for them, for Mckenzie.
Now, is there a double there?
It's not the double, it's the come off, the slash across, so they score two.
Okay.
Same shot that the Beck team was playing.
So Nolan Blazer's going to play an in off here. Try to take that Beck stone off the button and score two and put themselves right back in the mix here.
You just don't want to overthrow this, Steve.
Nolan Blazer's stones on the way.
It's pretty close. Looks good. Looks really good.
Really close.
Looks really close. Very close.
Oh, a fantastic shot by Nolan Blazer. Just a terrific shot to score two for Team Mckenzie.
Well, that'll make the boys feel a little better about themselves.
Yeah, that'll lift their spirits. That was a great throw by Nolan Blazer. And now it's 6-3, Team Beck, after four ends. And nobody puts the scores up better than Gord Reese down there, do they?
He was right on.
His cat-like quickness is unbelievable.
Yeah, I think Team Beck made a mistake there. They could have thrown the guard or come in there, trying to play the come off on their own.
I think a guard up high, like you were saying, may have made it a little more difficult, but
you can't take it all away. But if you give them the outturn, leave the outturn draw, that's the hardest shot they could have.
And giving them one is okay, but you don't want to give them two. So Ed Holland and Dale Hofer have set their troops, and here we go for the fifth end. Once again, the Beck team is 2-0 so far in the championship, and Team Mckenzie 2-1. And with the Redstones, Cohen Hampshire from Vernon is going to start things off for us in the 5th
So
inning.
where are the Nationals at, Steve? So the winner of this goes to the Nationals.
I don't know. We'll ask one of the mums here. The
Fort
Nationals are
McMurray,
in
BC.
McMurray.
Fort McMurray, Alberta.
Fort McMurray, Alberta.
You win a trip to Fort
A
McMurray.
fun-filled trip to Fort McMurray.
Lottery.
The mothers here are on pins and needles, just eager with anticipation, hoping their sons qualify, because nothing's more beautiful than Fort McMurray in March. Having been to Terrace last year, some of these parents are super excited about
And
that.
Timmins.
Yes. All right, Harrison Perenyu.
Terrace for high schools.
And once again, Team Beck being extremely aggressive here, Ken, going right after them, drawing it into the house.
Boy, that just didn't curl that one.
The first day, first couple days, walk home at night, it might be like -8.
That's me.
Sun's out.
Number is 413-2026.
Oh, I must be.
So Team Beck drew into the house, and here comes Team Mckenzie coming right in behind them. Ooh, Team Mckenzie just a little deep there, hanging on at the back, still biting the house. But Team Beck is shot in the back 8, and right away, Alex Duncan Wu calls for a guard or a rock into the top 8. Once again, Ken, just Team Beck filling the house with rocks.
And that's the best strategy when you get a 3-point lead. And the hammer.
Checking her chipping.
Pretty good
That's a
shot there
Beautiful shot.
by Harrison.
He does have more confidence now. He's playing the double here. He still needs rocks in play, though.
So he's called for a control weight hit. Or is he just freezing to it?
I don't mind the intern draw on the other side.
He's just going to draw down to that top rock, it looks like.
The intern draw on the other side, bottom rock.
Nope, control hit. Here it goes. It was hard to tell what Taj was doing there, but he's called for Felix here to throw a sort of a low weight hit to move that rock over.
No matter how it works out for any of these teams, the experience is invaluable for them for the next competition they can get.
I totally agree, and he's got it exactly what he called for. Very nice shot. So that leaves Team Mckenzie shot at the back of the 4-foot. And right away,
Just a whole
Alex,
change of strategy here. Now we're hitting.
yeah. Alex is calling for Nolan Beck to go down and remove the redstone.
That's right.
Phone, it just rolls out.
Off the shooter almost. Right on the boards.
Yeah.
So on sheet D, Wilson just scored a 3-ender, so that game's gone to a 4-3.
Yeah, it's tightened things up over there. And here's Felix Lau trying to drop another one in there behind the guard for Team Mckenzie. They're ignoring that blue at the back of the forefoot.
Behind the T line, Steve, so it's an advantage for Team Mckenzie.
Yeah, something to use later on, Ken.
Something to play up against.
Right.
Force mistakes. What a beautiful shot.
That's a really nice shot. Just biting the top 8, fully buried.
Nice to see the confidence coming back to them.
And here's Nolan Beckstone. Alex has called for a freeze on the top red. His sweepers really haven't touched it yet. Nolan doesn't look too happy with this one.
Sweeping out past it. On the same side by side.
It does get in there for second shot, but they're fully accessible to Team Mckenzie. And Nolan Blazer steps right up and calls for the hit on those 2 stones. And the way they're lined, the back one may jam onto that back blue. Will it?
Really good shot here, though.
Give him more opportunity later on.
You get this hit, then Beck's just going to after this.
Yeah.
Oh, he squeezed it through the hole at the back. Very nice.
It's what he wanted, but fortunately, just into a hit game. Plays a freeze there, Steve. It changes the whole land.
Yes. What do you do now? Do you like this hit?
Oh, if I was on the Beck team, I'd hit everything. You could see that. Yes, sir.
You're mean.
That's what that opportunity created, right?
Yeah. Nolan's working this rock to keep it straight. He's got to work it.
A chunk of it. Oh, he's got the double.
Oh,
Yes,
just
yes.
missed that rock at the back. So that Mckenzie rock in the top 12 still shot. Second shot in the back 12 belongs to Team Beck.
Trying to get to the back of the button here.
And Taj Mckenzie is going to try to draw around, get to the back of the button, as Ken just said. Nolan's got the broom in the middle of the 12 foot.
Somebody's got a pretty cool shot here.
It's all dependent on his weight.
It's good.
The line looks terrific. The sweepers have done a good job controlling it. Very nice shot.
Just didn't quite finish the way they wanted it to.
Now, do you get rid of that guard at
You
the
hit
top?
that guard. Like I said, if I was back, I'd hit everything. Brought it straight back into everything.
Well, we know he can hit at the BC U18 Championships, the final stone of the championship. Caden made an absolute unbelievable double for 6. 5 or 6. His mom said it was a boatload. She can't even remember.
Yeah. 2 days later, here we are. Dale come to hurling it. He says, I just got home at 2 o'clock.
Looking to run this redstone back into the pile here.
Got lots on this.
Oh, and he looks good. Oh, what a terrific shot. Still leaves him 2, but they're both open now.
Curl just a whisker more.
And Taj right away calls for a guard on that stone in the 4-foot. He's putting in the top 4. Nope, he's going right around to the button. Very aggressive call here.
Almost better just freezing your own.
Yeah, you know. I've never seen him the week before. He's slower. He's not rested. It's like you see him the next week, he's still curling. On occasion, he's like, no, he's curled a couple times this week.
So Nolan Blazers rocks on the way. They're looking to put another one into the 4-foot. It is curling a lot. Are they going to get past that guard? The guys are really working it. Oh, great sweep.
That's
a great sweep.
That is a hair between that guard.
Tell you, Nolan Blazer is on fire here. He had a great shot in the last end and he just made another dandy.
I think he hits the one on the front 12, Steve, and run it into the 2 on the 4.
That's what he's looking at right now. Caden and Alex are discussing the shot, but it looks like that's what they want to do. Well, no, Alex maybe wants to go after the other one at the back.
That last stone, better off getting rid of them. If you leave stones in play here, you're just going to need another time.
Well, it looks like he's going down and to go after that one that's
That
shot rock.
Right up, eh?
He actually could do that.
I thought that's for sure what he called. Once these kids are locked and loaded, they got to wrap their head wrapped around the shot.
Yeah,
the shot they
this is the shot they want to make.
Yeah.
So Alex's first rock coming up here. He's going after the shot rock.
So it's a little bit of a roll in underneath the Mckenzie stones.
It's going to need just the right weight to get in there. Harrison's working this rock already.
Looks good.
If he's got the weight, he has a terrific looking shot. Now Nolan's on it to try to make it curl. He's going to get it, but he's not getting a roll.
Second
and
shot.
Team Mckenzie is shot now. Team Beck second shot.
Not a fan of that shot.
I kind of like the hit. And now Nolan Blazer, who's been on fire lately, he's going to come down and remove the blue stone.
It's easy to criticize out here, though. These kids are throwing so well.
They all throw really good rocks.
And they're the ones down there doing it. Whatever they're comfortable with.
Nolan looks like he's got it. Oh, is he going to get it by? This one's really tight to the guard. Oh, no.
Disappointed himself after that one.
Still no bargain here for Team Beck. They still got to remove that shot stone. This is the last rock of the end. So possibly he's got to try to get his 2 here.
You can see a third of that Mckenzie stone. It's just got to come around and flip.
Probably went in
But
first
the
thing
way
this
these
morning,
rocks
but I
move when the weight gets down, this is going to be a challenging shot. But
It looks like he's playing about it's kind of a backline hackish.
you know, that's what the ice looks like.
So I brought the game up at
Caden's
5
got the
and
broom
watched
down
first
in the
two.
middle of the 8-foot,
Sorry. Oh no.
and here comes Duncan. And they're working it already.
Looks good.
If he's got the weight, he's got it.
It's got
Can they get it by?
He's got to get the rubbing in.
Oh, who is shot?
Blue got the shot. Got the shot there.
Beck got one. That was a terrific shot by Nolan, or by Alex Duncan Wu.
Didn't get his two, but one is pretty good.
Got one, which makes it 7-3 after 5 ends, and it's time for the 5th end break. And we'll be back with you in a bit. All right, welcome back. We're in the sixth end at the 2024 BC U21 Men's Curling Championship here in Salmon Arm. We've got Team Beck throwing the blue stones, Team Mckenzie throwing the red stones. It's Steve Fabro here with Ken Whitehead, and we're just starting the sixth end.
With a 7-3 lead for Becks.
There he is. Is he walking later?
Ken, we saw the Beck team be extremely aggressive in the first half of the game. Will they be a little more defensive to protect that lead, or are we going to go right after them in this second half?
Steve, I think you just keep going, putting rocks on the button, and force the Mckenzie team to make really good shots for the rest of the game.
Well, here's Harrison Renyu. And Duncan's called for this rock right into the rings.
Looks good.
And it looks good so far. The weight appears to be very close.
Well, that's a great shot.
And he's fully buried, right biting the button. And Taj Mckenzie sticking to his guns. He's going to go behind that corner guard.
Well, earlier in the game, Steve, with these shots, they were throwing them and they were overcurling on them. So I hope they got that figured out.
When you look at the ice he's taking,
It looks the same as what he did in the first half.
yes, that's what I was going to ask you. And I think you made an excellent point earlier in that the Mckenzie team is not throwing as much rotation as the Beck team. This one here,
Just had lots of weight.
yep, bumps that Beck stone in. It's
They were
touching the center line, so they can't remove it.
So again, the rule is if within the free guard zone rule, the 5 rock rule, if a rock is touching the center line, it can't be removed or chipped across.
Okay, so even if it stays in play, you cannot take it off the center
Cannot
line. Okay,
off center line.
all right. Sets replaced, and here comes Nolan Beck with his first stone.
Teams are just getting way too good at it. Taking rocks out of the
Yes, like Ben Hebert was one of the ones who never missed it. So now they've got two guards out front covering their rock fully in the 4 foot.
wiggle on the home team.
Right. And Taj Mckenzie's called for, maybe he's changing his call. He's going to go after the guards out front. He wants to open it up.
I don't see this helping.
Why wouldn't he go after the top one?
Rocks in play. He doesn't need to be removing rocks. He needs points.
It's crazy. It's we didn't really have any conversation. Now there's something different. It's a guy made, and when he turns 18, the white man have a phone.
Okay, so they moved the one blue rock over, lost their shooter, and right away, Alex calls for another rock into the rings here from Nolan Beck.
I think he would have been good with any rock in play.
I don't disagree. They need rocks in play to score points when you're down 7-3. And this rock doesn't appear to be curling as much as some of the others. It looks like he's just going to get a little bit of a rub off his blue stone, move it over, and maybe cover that 4 foot from the outturn side. Now Taj can throw one. This is Felix Lau. He's called for him to freeze one down to that Beck stone on the top of the button. There's lots of room with that high guard. He should be able to get around here, Ken, shouldn't he?
such a key.
I think easily you should get right to the nose of it. Even if he rolls off a bit, he has it to the left side.
Okay. Taj is pointing that it's a little bit outside.
It's like, guess we gotta finish.
He's got a very good looking shot. Is he too heavy?
Just gonna spin off a bit and stay out in the open.
Hi, how are you? Good, thanks.
Let's just go right after.
So Alex Duncan Wu has called for Caden Beck to remove this red stone. And Caden's stone is on the way.
Looks tight.
Sweepers haven't really touched it yet. Well, Nolan's starting to work it now. Keeping it nice and clean. It looks like a very nice shot. And he got a little bit of an inside roll. He's almost fully covered behind that high guard. But I think, as he showed last time, he can get around that guard.
Almost like he's playing more than one strategy in this end. Goes from a hit to a draw to a hit.
Yeah, they don't seem to be sticking to one strategy, that's for sure. So they're taking that top guard off.
I think he's hoping just to run it straight in, but he's looking at the rocks on the side to peel off as many of these guards as he can. Not sure about the call.
He's going to get rid of the top one.
That's what we get.
And then he pushed one of the Beck stones in. So Becks are now lying 3.
So Becks are going to throw up another guard.
And Alex is throwing one up. At this point in the game, you really think that Team Mckenzie would want rocks in play to try to score, for sure, try to get a multiple when they have the hammer. And we're privileged to have Scott Beck with us here tonight, last night's 50-50 winner. He's throwing quarters around like manhole covers up here in the bar.
Always appreciate it, Steve.
Scott's a huge supporter of our club here. The Beck family donated new rocks for our shuffleboard table up here when the rocks went missing. It was very generous of them. So a very, very popular win for Scott to take the 50-50 last night. It was hundreds of dollars.
Well, what was it?
No,
Not very much.
not quite, but it was a good haul.
Looks like he's playing another hit here, Steve.
Should have heard what he was saying last night.
I'm not sure what he figures he's going to get in the result.
So wouldn't you think it would be more productive to bump rocks back so you could use them later?
Well, your rocks to bump back. Bumping these rocks back don't really help you.
Well, you gotta lighten up.
I almost think you just want to play just a bump back onto one on the 4-foot. Well, that executed.
So we moved him around and he did open his 4-foot up, but is it too narrow up front? What's Alex going to do now?
Alex is going to guard. Oh. Surprise, he's going to hit.
Oh, is he going to hit or is he going to guard?
He's guarding.
He's guarding.
Guard makes no sense. Forces Mckenzie to promote their own stone in. Where
do you place this stone, Ken? Where's the best place for it?
Peanuts.
want top 12 blocking off that hole?
I would think that you want edge of center line.
I see
It
protein
doesn't
is
have to come
fruit.
into the house. It's got a tight ball.
They're fantastic.
Just to take away their ability to get that shot stolen off the 4 foot?
Just to take away the cold draw.
Okay, thanks. That makes sense.
I know, I'm
Right?
going to.
Or
I'm
just
gonna think of Selena every time. This is okay. I can do this. It's fermented. There's probably some probiotics.
Oh, for sure.
Have you seen Tomlinson's game?
Yeah, they're doing well.
I was just talking to the parents. They said they're playing so well.
It's tough though because doing both. She's got the conflict of interest, right?
Has he got it, Steve?
She's
He's just
obviously
going to curl
wants to
over
see-
there enough for him.
Well, it doesn't look like it. It looks like he may promote that red stone.
Tomlinson doesn't have an opportunity to go forward. Wilson needs to win. And if we win, then they
Well,
have
that didn't help him, though.
Nope.
He still can come back to the back one on the 4 foot.
Right?
So Beck is 1-2.
Yeah, so
Mckenzie's 3. Taj is looking at what they want to do here.
I'm hoping he just throws the back 8, back 12 weight at this.
He can definitely get at that blue stone. Nolan Blazer's down there with him discussing it. Taj has put his broom where he wants it.
I don't know if they weren't sure if their UNT was going to
It's a bumper. It's a little bit of a heckle jekyll end for these guys.
I don't
It's
know
all
how
over
that
that.
He doesn't have a lot of room between the top blue one and the blue in there, but it will come if he throws the right weight.
putting in their
You
own
want to
team.
keep your shooter.
So now we have mom and dad coaching
Oh,
opposing teams.
absolutely.
No more than back 9 weight on this. I think.
Need the cone of silence from kids.
I'm not sure this is going to come enough.
Bubble over Steve.
It's close.
Nice shot.
Oh, Nolan Blazer just a whisker away. Okay, time for Alex to try to close the door here.
Close that hole in the front. Makes it very difficult for Team Mckenzie. As long as they don't get deep on this, they want to stay out in front of the 12.
If he makes this shot, it's going to be really challenging for Team Mckenzie to score, and they really need the points.
Just a couple of miscues on the calls, I think. Just kind of didn't get rolling in the 5th here.
Mm-hmm. In the 6th, yeah. So Alex Duncan Wu here, delivering his final stone, looking for a guard, just short of the house or in the top 12. Doesn't appear to be curling.
It's not going there either.
Well, here it comes. Well, there's a hole there.
Too much. I probably took more overcoat the first one.
He's drawn for 1. Doesn't have much choice.
I'm not sure. It's still shot off as Gary, so it's wrong.
So Taj Mckenzie is holding the broom, middle of the 12.
So we've seen that spot. Beck played that spot earlier.
Yeah.
And it only curled about 3.5 feet.
So we're going to see Nolan Blazer is in the hack. Off comes the hood. He's serious,
But he
people.
has to, yeah, because the other one will still have value.
He's made some terrific shots here tonight, and he's looking for another one. It's all about the weight here. He's got the weight. He's got a terrific shot. They're working this. Does he have enough weight, Ken? Oh,
He's giving it up 2.
that is unlucky. That's 2 more for Team Beck,
Ouch.
which makes it 9-3 after 6 ends. And it looks like Team Mckenzie, they're shaking hands. We can hear the rip and Velcro up here. So Team
So
Beck,
Steve, six ends. Can you shake up to the sixth end?
I don't know what the rules are. Yes, they can, according to the Crow BC officials.
Well,
They could.
So what they want to fight? Yeah, they got taken.
Yep,
When I said
it's
that,
official.
they were
This
just
game's
confirming
over,
What the girl BC guys said they could shake after 6.
and it's a final of 9-3 for Team Beck, who goes 3-0, and Team Mckenzie is 2-2. Thanks,
Mr.
everybody.
Fabro, it was a fantastic afternoon sitting beside you.
Thanks, Ken. That was terrific. Your insights into the game are invaluable. We'll be back with you tomorrow afternoon at 2, so get your popcorn and beverages ready. And we want to give a big shout out to all of the teams. Wanted to thank some people. Team Beck wanted to thank all their sponsors, coaches, parents, and the volunteers who put on this event. And Team Mckenzie wanted to thank their amazing parents and sponsors who also made this possible for them. This wouldn't be possible without all the volunteers. And from the Salmon Arm Curling Club, we want to say good evening to everyone, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you, folks.
Thanks, Ken, and good night.